What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are having a cool day. I'm Biscuit Dog, and we're back in Kenshi. We're going to do something a little different today, you guys. We're going to do a tips and tricks video for beginners. So there's a bunch of stuff that I've learned while playing Kenshi, mostly from the comments section, to be honest. Mostly you guys have taught me all this stuff, but there's a bunch of stuff I've learned that I wish I knew at the beginning. Just a few little awesome things that make life much easier when playing Kenshi. So I thought I'd make a little video and show you guys the ones I know. There's probably a whole bunch I've missed as well, so if there's stuff that you think should be in this video that isn't, please leave a comment, and then anyone who's new, who's watching the video, can go look down in the comments, and they can find the extra stuff that I missed. It'll be awesome, you guys. Let's do it. Okay, so the first one is probably the one I use the most. It's my go-to if my guys start getting stuck, or the pathfinding starts getting strange, or people stop listening, or people start getting lost and not going the way I told them. All you gotta do is press Control, and then Shift, and then F11, and it will fix the meshes that have been saved with messed up data. And it's 6 buildings this time, but sometimes it's like 53 or whatever, and it really, really helps. So maybe try that first when things start to go wrong. It helps a lot. Everyone knows that you can pause the game, or you can fast forward the game, but I didn't know that you can pause it with the spacebar. You can pause most things with the spacebar, but it never occurred to me, and I'd never hit the spacebar by mistake, I suppose. But it helps a lot, especially in fights. In sticky situations, you just whack the spacebar and pause it right up. Check that out. It's a marvel of modern technology, the spacebar pause. But it's really, really handy, you guys, especially if like you're being chased by something awful and you need to think about it, or you need to change weapons or whatever. You just whack spacebar and you're paused. It's way better than like panicking and searching for the pause button, which is what I used to do. So most people know that you can change the speed of your character, like the walking speed of your character down here in this little block. You've got walking, which sets them walking, which is pretty cool, and then you've got jogging, and you've got sprinting. But then there's a fourth one. This one over here. This one's really, really useful, especially if you've got a lot of people in a big squad. Take the hunting squad, for example. So what this button does is it has everybody in the group moving at the same speed, which is really, really useful, especially for injured people, since injured people lag behind. So what it'll do is it'll make all the healthy people walk as slow as the injured people, and everyone can match speeds and get there together. Slower, yes. Safer, definitely. So that's also another pretty cool tip. I use that quite a lot. I use that constantly, really. Everyone's always walking like that when we're out, because it's not good to have people split up from the group. Bad things will happen, you guys. Bad things will happen. Okay, so this next one is pretty useful while you're looting. If you're looting stuff in a sticky situation, the last thing you want to do is right-click and hold the beak thing, and then go down to loot, and then release it. That takes a long time, and it doesn't need to. All you gotta do is just right-click on the beak thing. And he'll run right up to it and look inside. Take a look at that. That seems really simple, but I didn't know it for the longest time, and it wasted my time forever. And the spoils of war can be yours in half the time. So all you gotta do is just right-click the thing instead of right-click, hold, and then loot. Yeah. That'll save you some time. That's also great. That in combination with the spacebar pause in a sticky situation will get you out with most of the loot if you've got the space for it. Pretty handy, you guys. The other thing you could do is you can assign your guys jobs, for those of you that didn't know that. Any kind of job that can be done can be assigned to a person. So if I assign Blood Gnome to looting, he'll just go about looting everything in this area forever until I tell him to stop. And how I do that is I shift and right-click the beak thing, and then in the bottom right it says 3. I'm foraging animals. So any animals that happen to die or I kill in the immediate area will get foraged by the Blood Gnome automatically. That's really, really useful. So you just got to be careful, because if he starts foraging while there's 100 beak things, he's probably gonna die. So use with caution, but that can be applied to anything. So I've got my farmers farming like that. If I click on the farmers, they're operating all these hydroponic farms. I've got people filling water tanks. I've got people doing all kinds of stuff like that. That's really, really useful, and you're going to use it. You're going to need it, and you're going to use it a lot, most probably. Alright, the next one requires loot, so let's see if we can gingerly make our way down here without getting found out by the Leviathans. Probably another good beginner tip is never mess with these things. If you come across these, don't mess with them. They will tear you limb from limb. It's really a terrible creature, this. Approach with lots and lots of caution. These things are super dangerous. So yeah, that's probably a good tip in general. Run away from stuff when you start playing this game, because you're going to be weak and you need to build up your skills. better to run away. You're gonna get beat up anyway. Getting beat up makes you tougher too. So you can fight them sometimes, but I'd say pick your battles. This, not a beginner battle. The other thing, when you're looting, instead of just using your eye to try find everything that's out here, which I mean, we can't see anything right now, maybe that's a something. What's that? Fuel. See? Ah, we found it. That's ridiculous. All you need to do is press and hold Alt. And it'll label everything for you. So you can loot with gay abandon, you guys. And know that you haven't missed anything. This obviously doesn't show you the stuff that's inside containers, so you've still got to check the containers. But this is really good for stuff that's just lying around. Sometimes I'll just press it randomly when I'm going through a place, and I'll find something I never thought I would find and would never have seen. So that's a really cool tip, I think. I use that a lot. Look at all the stuff here. I mean, you can't really see any of this. It just like, and half of this stuff doesn't mean anything, so it all looks useless until you press Alt. That's a fairly good one. So another kind of fun one that people often ask me about, but it's not really gameplay related, but it does look cool, is if you want to get rid of the UI to take some cool screenshots or something like that, all you need to do is press F7. Ah, would you look at that? Majestic. We might be in a spot of trouble here. Well, if this Leviathan actually tries to attack me, I'm gonna take his pearls, mate. We've got guys on the roof ready to take care of this Leviathan if he tries anything. But yeah. So F7 gets rid of the UI, and that's pretty useful. It's really nice just to play like this sometimes. It really gets you in the mood, man. Without all that crazy UI in your face. But, I mean, obviously, you need the UI. Another cool thing I found out is if you press the squad tab here, or indeed the map, you will get all of these tabs up here that you don't immediately notice. And some of them are not displayed down here. For example, the AI tab, which is rad. It gives you options. Characters will automatically put any excess materials they are carrying into storage. That's great. Sleep when injured. Characters will automatically go to bed if they're injured and have nothing else to do. That's great. Heal allies. Help allies, rescue allies, share food, and follow formation. Those are some cool settings that you can play with that aren't immediately obvious out here. So all you need to do is hit the map or hit the stats box and this will pop up. And obviously it's got squads in it, it's got the dialogue that you've had with people or each other in it, which is useful sometimes for remembering what exactly is going on. It's got like a whole crafting menu with, not that you need it, but it's nice to check, nice for reference. It's also got all your research. It's got your faction relationships, that's also really cool. Cannibals don't like me much, what can I say? It may have something to do with snatching the soul of their Grand Wizard, but hey, what are you gonna do? I'm not scared. They cannot like me until I wipe them off the face of the earth. And then obviously your map, which you can zoom in on if you didn't know. That's pretty useful too, because this is a large map and there is lots to see. Lots and lots and lots and lots. Alright you guys, that's pretty much it for my tips and tricks for beginners playing Kenshi. I got one more tip, I suppose. That's the most important tip. None of these other tips will work without this one. If you don't have Kenshi yet, go and buy it. Because it's brilliant, you're thinking of it already, just go do it. It's a great game. I hope I haven't missed out anything too obvious, but like I said, most of the stuff has been taught to me by the people in the comments section anyway. Thank you, you guys, you're the best. If I've missed anything, just put more tips down in the comments. That way people watching this can go read the comments and learn even more. Thank you very much for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!